Hello there. Welcome back to another episode of Rule the Waves 2 as Great Britain. The year is 1915 and we have just scored a decisive victory against Japan in the war in the South Pacific. We just sank 3 of their dreadnoughts and 1 pre-dreadnought and only lost 2/3 of our convoy on the way. Not too bad if I do say so myself. Meanwhile, our construction program continues. So let's take a quick look over there. We've got 3 new Super Dreadnought battleships currently in the yards. Those should be coming out within the next year, so I'm looking forward to seeing those. We've got 2 of my proud new impermeable class Battlecruisers, also under construction, although those will take a little bit longer. And we also have these fancy new Red Pole class destroyers that I'm looking forward to trying those out as well. We should have the first ones of those out in just another month. We've got France quite firmly blockaded in this war. I don't think they're going to be able to try much of anything. And we are planning an invasion of Formosa. Excuse me. Alright. So I think next turn, once these destroyers launch, then it'll be time to order our next batch. Actually, it looks like our destroyers have been delayed by a turn because it's a 10-month construction time. So with this batch almost out, it's time to order more. So we'll take some of those, and we will take another 6 Red Pole class destroyers. Alright, there we go. And don't worry about those budget things. I think we'll figure that out when we crush our enemies. We can make them pay for it. Alright, we've got 1 ship in the Indian Ocean that needs some repairs, but overall foreign stations are looking good. All of our ships have arrived at their destinations. We've got 3 of our 4 dreadnoughts on station in Southeast Asia, and if things go well, we may actually want to move them up to Northeast Asia if Japan is so low on ships. And they do still have a number of armored cruisers and a number of battle cruisers, so it's hardly a stable area right now, but I do believe if we can bring their battle cruisers to bear, then we can turn that fight around quite effectively, since we do have a material advantage on them. So we'll take advantage of that, hopefully next turn. Until then, let's move on to the next turn. Alright, we have a battle in support of land combat. This is a medium-sized battle. Hopefully we get some cruisers in this fight. Alright, I accept. Alright, speaking of cruisers in this fight, there's our battle cruisers. I hope that that's a good sign. And it is bright and early, 9:30. We have all day to run these guys down and sink them. Outstanding, alright. We don't have any specific objectives listed, so I presume that the Japanese are coming in to try and attack something. Let's see, order of battle doesn't show a whole lot. We've got 1 random transport hanging out near Hong Kong, but overall looks pretty good. I don't know, do you think we have enough shore batteries here? Maybe, maybe not. For now, let's go track these guys down. Alright, there we go. Unknown ship sighted. No idea what it is, but it's not one of ours. Accelerate to attack speed. Oh, come on, there we go. And it looks like they're starting to spot other stuff. We'll drop down to normal game speed and see if we can identify some of these. Hopefully we've got some battle cruisers. Oh, hang on, is that armored cruisers? Even better. Exactly the sort of thing these ships were designed to hunt. Oh, no. I see a Kashima-class dreadnought. That's what they're calling it. I don't think that's a Kashima-class dreadnought. That looks more like an Aso-class cruiser. I might have to have a talk with my spotters on their ship recognition skills. Meanwhile, let's run that thing down, because that is an only 21 knot cruiser. We can easily catch it and kill it. There we go. They successfully identified, and hey, there we go. There's some enemy battle cruisers. Tsukuba class. Alright, that is more of an appropriate match. I do have the fire control advantage, but other than that, we only have minor material advantages. Slightly more armor, slightly better guns, I think. We'll see how this goes. And we are already at speed, so hopefully we should be able to control the terms of this engagement. Alright, things are going pretty quickly. Let's slow that down. What are my destroyers even up to? They're screening? They're not doing a very good job screening. And then we have one random destroyer that got lost. Alright, well, hopefully they get back soon. Meanwhile, let's get our guns to bear on these battle cruisers. Alright, I'm seeing plenty of small hits. Let's see if we can get some major hits. There we go. Unfortunately, we've had some minor propulsion damage. But if we can keep on dropping these 12-inch shells on them, that should start to tell quite effectively. Oh yeah, we've gotten a lot of 12-inch hits already. I'm sure they're claiming 20 knots, but I think we're doing just fine. There we go. Keep dropping those hits on them. I'm going to turn a little bit closer. Oh, too close. Keep that cross-deck fire going. Alright, and it looks like they're trying to work closer to me, which is fine by me. How's the Invincible doing? Lost that aft turret again, but it's just disabled this time, not completely knocked out. Alright, we are still consistently dropping good hits on them. So this is exactly the sort of fight that I've been hoping for. Another opportunity to sink major Japanese ships while we have that fire control advantage. And not only that, we should also have the experience advantage at this point, since my ships have already been through one major fight, and theirs have not. So we'll start pushing in there, see if we can actually close the range some more. Alright, that one Tsukuba is down to 10 knots. The other one is reporting heavy damage, but it's still moving at 20 knots. So we're going to have a harder time getting that thing finished off. And it looks like that Aso that we were targeting before is already sinking. Good. Looks like the Invincible has fixed her Y turret. So that's good. We're down to 50% ammunition. That's okay. Let's see if we can push in a little bit closer and get some finishing blows on that Tsukuba class. Oh, looks like she just lost her rudder. Oh no, she's just taking evasive action, maybe got detached. Alright, we're going to keep chasing the other one north. See if we can get a proper finish off on that. Because I don't think that Tsukuba is going to be getting away anytime soon. We'll see if we can get this other one down. What on earth are my cruisers doing? They are wandering around in confusion. Oh, they're on scout? Let's pull that in on support. That ought to get them in the fight again. Alright, so there's still a number of Japanese destroyers wandering around here, but I think we may be able to run this Tsukuba down. On second thought, I don't think so. We're not closing the range, so we'll see if we can get this Asama class cruiser instead. We'll catch that Tsukuba later. Alright, pick this up to normal speed so we can get this done a little bit faster. Down to 20% ammo. Well, I don't like that. We'll just have to hold fire for a little bit longer until we're close enough to properly start finishing them off. It's not as though he can effectively run away, so we'll save the ammunition until we're close. Alright, that looks good. Open fire. There we go. Whole stack of hits. That's the sort of thing we're looking for. Alright, looks like we tagged that destroyer as well, so that's good. Won't be a threat to us. How's that Asama doing? Looks like she is effectively stopped. Well, not quite as decisive a victory as I was hoping for, but I would still call this a very good victory, sinking 2 armored cruisers and 1 battle cruiser. That's pretty good. At least I hope we got that battle cruiser. I'd be very distressed if we did not. Let's make sure. Oh, come on. We'll hold fire for now. We'll pick the game speed back up and we'll head down south to see if we can find that battle cruiser again. We'll spread these things out in a line abreast formation, see if we can find that battle cruiser. There's the other Aso class, other armored cruiser. And I know they were somewhere in this area. It's possible it sank while out of sight. We'll see. Okay, yeah, it sank while out of sight. 2 armored cruisers, 1 battle cruiser sunk, medium damage on another one. Pretty good, and no losses of our own. Outstanding. I don't think I need to check the armor performance on this one. I think we have a pretty good idea how well our guns were doing from the last fight. Effective combat range is around 5,000 to 6,000 yards. Alright, another major victory there. 2 more prestige and another 6,000 victory points. And we will call that the Battle of Dangan Island. Hey, there's our first 3 destroyers commissioned. German ship Medusa. Huh. Very interesting looking ship. Very few guns for a ship of that size and speed. Oh, that's interesting. Our scientists are well on their way to understanding X-lighters. Huh. I didn't even know that we were working on those. But if it helps our invasions, all the better. Alright, so the French and the Japanese are starting to go out raiding. I do not like that. Germany is raising naval spending. America is refitting their pre-dreads with director firing. Well, that's fine by me if they want to expend resources on ships that will not be useful in a fight. And France has knowledge of improved quadruple turrets. I want that. I would very much like some improved quadruple turrets. Our forces in Southeast Asia are resisting Japanese troops. Good luck, boys. Hopefully you can repel the invasion. Alright. And it looks like our Invincible is going to need a month of repairs. Not too bad. It should be back in action next month. Let's see. And the Japanese are down in a battle cruiser. They still have a fair amount. But I think we are slowly but surely whittling down the Japanese fleet. And that should be able to turn things around. Alright, next turn. Here we have a... Ooh. Oh my. A convoy attack in the Mediterranean? I don't have the forces in the Mediterranean to fight this. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to pass on that. We have X-Lighters. Better boats for amphibious invasions. Our forces are fighting valiantly in Hong Kong. Oh, look at those guys. They look distressingly German. But hey, better that than French. And it looks like they are getting desperate with their raiders. West Africa, Northern Europe, Northeast Asia, South Pacific. Yeah, they do not have very many ships to go out raiding. Alright. Sounds good to me. Well, not much to it. On to our next turn. Here we go. Battle in support of land combat. Another medium-sized fight. Hopefully there's another chance to get our battle cruisers in action. Japanese Navy declines. Interesting. Cruiser action. Near Fiji? I don't think I even have any ships in that area. Well, I'll try accepting. Haha! Japan declines, even though I didn't have any ships in the area. That's another free 400 victory points. And the Aeolus intercepts a Japanese raider in Northeast Asia. I don't know if I want to do this or not. Well, chances are they're out raiding with their older ships, so should be fine facing off against my ship. Alright, auto-resolve. Ooh. Okay, never mind. They're out with an armored cruiser. And our scientists are currently baffled by the problems of reduction gears. Okay, fair enough. I know it seems like a simple concept, but that is actually very difficult in terms of the challenges of metallurgy and manufacturing sufficiently precise, large enough, and strong enough gears to handle the forces involved in naval ship propulsion. Ooh, here we've got some significant weight savings on armor. Can't wait to incorporate that into our next design of battleships. And the French have lost a pre-dreadnought. Haha! Outstanding. Oh, and they claim the patrolling ship Azuma thwarted our raiders' attack. I thought we were intercepting their attack. Hmm. Alright. That looks good. We still have France quite firmly blockaded, so that's good. Let's see, how are things going in Southeast Asia? Well, they're up to all of their battle cruisers there now, at least according to reports. Hopefully we can bring them to action. And in Northern Europe, we still have a significant material advantage. I would love to send some of my armored cruisers around, but I know that I can't send them anywhere useful, otherwise they'd probably get shot up and sunk. I wonder if I could kick off a blockade of the Mediterranean with a few well-placed ships. Let's send the Hood over to the Med. Shouldn't take much. Alright, we'll plop 17,000 tons of proto-battlecruiser in France's backyard and see how that makes them feel. And we have some floras in the Mediterranean, so we've got plenty enough cruiser support there. Is it time to build new light cruisers? Maybe. I know the budget can't really support stuff yet, but once the first Hercules comes out of the yards, then I should start looking at that. So let's take a quick look at the design. What kind of light cruisers can I build? Alright, so this is what they're coming up with, the auto design. I'm not a big fan of that. Let's try opening the old design and seeing how much weight we have to work with. Alright, so this is the old design, the Proserpine. 6,000 ton ship. 4 centerline guns. I think we could do better than that. We have 228 tons remaining. Alright, we'll take those aft wing turrets off and replace those with a single centerline turret. There we go. How's that doing? Okay, it doesn't like the name, so I need a different name. There we go, Conquest class. That seems to work. Can we go to a better? Nope, can't go better at that. Let's see, can we up the speed? Well, I could go up to 27 knots, so that's something. At this point, we've got no extended, none of that stuff. What if we change to all or nothing? Oh wow, that's quite a change there. That's another 300 tons of savings there, which means I can push up the speed even more, 28 knots. A little bit light on the torpedoes, but I'm not too worried about that. We've got the weight for 60 mines. And I think we can even possibly squeeze on some more secondaries. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, hang on. That was caliber, not number. Alright, here we go. Number of guns. Yeah, there we go. 8 4-inch secondaries and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gun broadside. That's pretty good. Can I up the ammunition count? 170 rounds? Yeah, this is a much better design. Alright, that is a nice step up. So we will take that and we will start development. And I think it'll be nice to get some new cruisers in service. Alright, now that we've got that design rolling, time to move on to our next turn. Here we go, cruiser battle at Land's End. Alright, hopefully we'll get some of our sweet battlecruiser action here. I would love a chance to take on those ridiculous French battlecruisers. Alright, let's see. Haha, we do have a chance. We've got the Incomparable and the Indomitable. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. This is going to be fun. Alright, sea state limits ship speed to 28 knots. Well, isn't that convenient, since that's my maximum ship speed? And then we have, for some reason, armored cruisers out scouting for my battle cruisers. But if that's what they want to do, then that's what we're going to do. So let's get right to it. Alright, Zeppelin's taking off from their airbase. Alright, where is that airbase anyway? Harwich? Or wait, hold on. Those are mines, not airships. Let's see where my airships are. Alright, well, whatever. Not too worried about that. Let's actually get back to the fight. We have unknown ships sighted to the south. Alright, boys. Squad max, let's get in the thick of it. See what these fellows are. Interesting how our gun range is almost the same as our sighting range here. Visibility is not the best, but it will work. Alright, I'm going to tell these guys to hold their fire for a little bit until we get a little bit closer. And there, now we have eyes on the French battle cruisers. Alright, and these armored cruisers can go right into... Oh. Well, I could do core, but that's not really what I want. Let's try screen. Maybe that'll be worth something, and then we'll put these other groups on support. And then, of course, order flotilla attack so that they actually get in the thick of things. Alright, here we go. We'll try and get nice and close to these Frenchies. The Nancy class. Let's see what these guys have. Oh my. Well, heavy guns, 14-inch guns, but a very light belt, 8.5 inches. So hopefully we can deal with those quite well. And then the other one was a Marseille class. Again, 14-inch guns, but diddly and squat for armor. Alright, and it is time to open fire. Oh my. One of our destroyers is already down. Well, that is unfortunate for them. But I have some battle cruisers to sink, and that is my primary focus. This silly class will have to be left to my armored cruisers, and I think they will do the job just fine. Alright, let's come about. On second thought, they're fleeing to the south, so we will continue chasing them to the south. Unless that was a jammed rudder, who knows? We'll keep on plopping. Oh my. If they present themselves as a nice target, then we shall take advantage. And that Sully class got properly spanked. Alright, so I think the Nancy had a jammed rudder. And now we're getting our chance to get in and do some damage on the Marseille. Hopefully they actually start targeting the Marseille. There we go. Let's put that concentration firing technology to use. Come on, fellows. There we go. There's a hit. There's some more hits. There we go. That's what I need you to do. Oh my goodness, there's 2 more French battlecruisers at sea. Well, that's not so good. Rouen and Dunkirk class. Let's see what those have. 12-inch guns, 9-inch armor, 13-inch guns, 7-inch armor. Oh my, how are my ships doing? Ooh, Incomparable is not doing quite so hot. 2 turrets down, and it looks like possible permanent flooding. Alright, we're going to have to reevaluate this. It's time to head north, see if we can get some more damage on that Nancy, and then probably disengage. We're going to head north, see if we can get to Cork. And while we're on the way, we'll do a good finish off on that Sully class. How is the Incomparable doing at speed? 23 knots. Alright, let's see if we can at least finish off that Marseille class. I do not like the fact that we are doing 4 ships versus 2. But such fights happen. So we'll just have to deal with it. I wish the rest of my cruisers would join in the fight. I could very much use their support. Uh-oh. Oh, that is not what I needed. I thought that ship was out of the fight. That is annoying. And now we're down to 1 battlecruiser. Well, at least that was the more damaged of the 2. Which means I can be a little bit more aggressive with the other one. Incomparable hit by a dud torpedo. And they have their destroyers going in. I do not like that. Okay, they're breaking off. Let's see, that looks like a second hit. Oh, she's getting smashed by 14-inch guns. Oh well, that happens. How is Indomitable doing? Come on, fellow. Get some damage on that. We can take out the Marseille. We've got to do something to even up this fight. There we go. Well, we're bouncing a few hits, but I'm not seeing any hits on them. What's going on there? I know we're not doing great on ammunition counts. We're fairly low on some of our guns for AP. Rate of fire is not great, but we still have a fairly high hit rate. So we're under fire. Oh, here we go. Firing ship damage is hurting us, and sea state is hurting us. Alright, come on, fellows. Let's try and see some hits. Come on, buddy. Take some shots. Alright, time to disengage. We've lost this fight. Time to get out of here. That was very strange, how he was not firing what shells he has. Alright, and it looks like the enemy battle cruisers, the other battle cruisers, are chasing us down. Well, hopefully we can get to Plymouth. We'll pick up the speed to normal so we get this done in a reasonable amount of time. And it looks like they're keeping their distance. Good. As long as they're keeping their distance, they can't do too much damage. Well, at least I know that we do have some guns in the channel. That just doesn't help me right now. Our armored cruisers are weathering the storm for now. If we can get around this point, we can head straight into Plymouth. And there they go. They broke off. Oh, come on. Yes, we already knew that they were there. You don't need to pause a second time. Alright, straight into port. We'll pick up the speed. Yes, fellows, thank you for the report. I know that they were there. We're running away. Uh-oh. That's not good. Time to reduce speed. Alright, we're going to cruise in at 6 knots. At least we have successfully gotten away. And hopefully, here we go. Here comes night. That should be the end. Come on. There's the proper sunset. There we go. End of scenario. Oof. And their armored cruiser survived. Oh, that's frustrating. One battle cruiser, one destroyer lost. Oh, that was not good. And that was entirely because the cruiser that I thought was dead was not dead. Alright, well, I guess that's the end of that. Alright. One of our agents has been caught in the USA. I think we're going to make him a national hero. Our forces are resisting the enemy, secure in the fortifications of Hong Kong. Hooray! I'm glad I built up the defenses there. A villainous enemy submarine has torpedoed and sunk our ship, the Scylla. Well, that's not nice. That's not nice at all. Alright. We're still blockading the French quite effectively. Their small sortie did not change things. Alright. Construction continues apace. We don't have any new submarines under construction. Let's change that. We'll build a couple new submarines. See what kind of new developments we have there. Alright, our Hong Kong coastal batteries are doing just fine. And let's see, how's our battlecruiser strength? So we did lose one of our ships. One of these incomparable class. That is unfortunate. And that was one of the newer designs too. Oh, that is very unfortunate. Oh well, our primary goal has been the battleship actions anyway. If we can drag the French into a... Here we go. Convoy attack. Large battle. Bay of Biscay. This sounds like a chance to get our dreadnoughts in action. This should turn things around quite effectively. I accept. France declines. Enemy coastal raid. Medium-sized. In the channel? I accept. And we have armored cruisers. Oh boy. This will probably not go well, since I bet they brought battlecruisers to the fight. Alright, we've got a report. Well, let's head over that direction. They're heading to the southwest, so we'll just head this way. I'm not going to waste my stoker's energy. They're calling it 2 light cruisers, 2 heavy cruisers. Who knows, but they're in this general direction. 4 dreadnoughts, 2 battle cruisers? Oh my. These fellows need to work on their spotting reports. And it looks like this fight might take place at night. While not ideal, since it exposes my armored cruisers to torpedoes, it also exposes whatever they've brought to torpedoes as well. So this may actually work out in our favor. Alright, well, let's see what we can find. We'll head over this way. There we go. Ship spotted. All ahead flank. Hoist the flotilla. Hoist the flotilla attack signal. There we go. Let's see what these guys can do. Switch them over to support. Hopefully that gets them in the fight. And we'll drop down to our battle speed. And I have no idea if those are battle cruisers or armored cruisers or protected cruisers. The Requeen class. Oh boy. Armored cruisers are not an appropriate match for pre-dreads. But I do have torpedoes and it is night and I have speed, so hopefully I can get in there and do some damage. And a Charles Martel. Well, we'll see. If these fellows can get in, maybe they'll be able to get a torpedo off. Alright, there we go. They're shooting at you. Return fire. Alright, looks like we're scoring quite a few hits there. Who knows? Maybe our 9-inch guns can even penetrate their belt. He's slowing down. We'll cut around, see if we can get in position for a torpedo. And there we go. And that's a hit. We have a torpedo on one of their pre-dreadnoughts. Outstanding. That is good. And now we have an identification. I think we can call that Charles Martel a write-off, and we'll see if we can close in on this other pre-dread. Wouldn't normally think of armored cruisers facing off against battle cruiser or against battleships. URLS has 50% flotation damage, but if we can get some good hits on this other ship, I will take it. In fact, let's see. Not quite in position. How's our speed? I think we may need to detach the Euryalus and send her back to home port. So we're going to detach her. And then I'm going to reduce speed to try and avoid problems. And we're going to send her back to... I'm going to have to pull her out for right now so she doesn't reattach. And then the Europa should be able to close in and do some damage. Thank you, fellows, for torpedoing the already sinking ship. Now please come over and help me sink this other one. And Euryalus is shipping water and heavy seas. Oh, not good. We'll reduce speed some more to try and get that under control. Come on, fellow, you're not that far from Harwich. Let's see if we can get some damage on this other. We're definitely doing damage with those 9-inch guns. There we go, we've got an ID. Still doing damage. Who knows, maybe we'll even get in position. There goes a torpedo, that's a miss. We are closing in. How's Euryalus doing? Alright, flooding is mostly under control. See if we can get around this point. Europa running low on ammunition. 50%, that's fine. We're doing just fine there. Let's see if we can turn around, finish off the Requeen. She's burning. And out of arc, unfortunately. Let's see if we can fix that. Here we go, that should be on arc. We'll take it. That was a sketchy shot, but if it hits, it hits. No reports, another torpedo away. Uh-oh, Euryalus is on fire. What? What's going on here? Fire? Where'd this fire come from? A random fire spreads. Okay, fire brought under control. That's good. Come on, fellow. You're almost home. Well, it'll take a while to get these reloaded, but I think the Requeen is done. I would appreciate, fellows, if you would get a little bit closer before launching your torpedoes. And we'll pick up the game speed a little as well. Wow, these guys like trying to snipe. There we go. That's a torpedo hit. Now we can head home. That is 2 enemy pre-dreads in exchange for a possible loss of 1 old armored cruiser. That hardly makes up for the loss of a battle cruiser from earlier, but not bad. Alright, we'll pick it up to fast speed. And I'm going to reduce speed on the Europa so she doesn't close too fast. The Euryalus is still shipping water in heavy seas. That's not great. Hang in there, Euryalus. We're almost home. I'll be very distressed if we lose her to this. Oh, nope, she's gone. Well, rats. Oh man, and she was just about to enter port too. If she'd made it just a little bit longer, she would have been fine. Alright, we'll just time this out. And there we go. No opposing ships inside of each other. Scenario is over. Ah, well. 1 armored cruiser for 2 pre-dreadnoughts. Oh my, not the best fight in the world. Not the best exchange in the world. But at least it's something. Hey, we got 1 prestige back. Oh, better torpedoes. That's nice. And our scientists are close to mastering the medium-range submarine. Unexpected advances in lighter-than-air technology. An improved airship tail design. Our forces are still fighting valiantly in Hong Kong. And another one of our armored cruisers has become a liability. But I'd rather have my armored cruisers getting torpedoed than, or mined, or who knows what. Rather that than our modern ships. And that does appear to be doing some damage against the enemy raiders as well. Alright. We'll do a quick double check of the conquest. Okay, there we go. Had to do a little bit of digging to find it, and I see nothing wrong with its design. I think it's good enough. And we will lay those down next episode. Until then, we're almost to the 1 hour mark, so I'm going to call this to a close. Until next time, Katori87 signing out.